Hello, my name is Ruiz Rodriguez Bugarin, and this is our introduction speech.
I'm Carson Rodriguez Bugarin, Ruiz's brother.
And I'm Hannah Kerbo, Ruiz's girlfriend.
All right, so for this introduction speech, we were tasked with finding 3 forms of art that help us express ourselves, right? The 3 forms that I selected was music, literature, and film. I feel that selecting 3 different mediums allows me to better express myself and allow me to show the different complexities and how they relate to one another while not all being one film or one form of music or one form of literature. The first medium that I selected was music, and the first song that came to my mind was Circles by Mac Miller. It's a relatively short song, it's about 2 minutes long, but I feel like it has a lot of deep meaning and a lot of good word choices that I feel like reflect and represent myself very well. The song that I selected was Circles, and in that song he depicts his struggle with continuing to do the mundane and the monotonous over and over and over again without actually inciting any change, right? I believe this reflects myself because I have a tendency to also get stuck in routine and in habit and never break free of those conditions, right? Thus leading me to my next medium, which is the Fantastic Mr. Fox. The Fantastic Mr. Fox also struggles with the same things that Mac Miller describes in his song Circles. Mr. Fox struggles with doing the same thing over and over again, and although he used to have a peak young life in which he was active and concerned with other things, he now has a family and is drawn and concerned with those things. So now Mr. Fox is looking to break free of that continuation of that circle, as it be, and decides to engage in action that directly impacts not just himself, but his family and the members of the community. His action, though, does incite change, but ultimately required him to do something internally, right? What thus being the resolve in the film. This leads me to my third medium, the third medium being literature. And the book that I selected is The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. The 48 Laws of Power is a book that describes, in a way, self-help, how to better yourself, but it is not simply egotistical. Power can be used as a synonym for multiple other conditions in the human nature, such as being courageous, or being confident, or indulging in things that better your overall appearance and overall structure of who you are as an individual, right? This ties into all 3 mediums. In Circles by Mac Miller, he struggles with not completing change because he does not want to change who he is internally. Similarly, in The Fantastic Mr. Fox, he simply acts but does not consider other people. In The 48 Laws of Power, it shows how not just action is enough, but you have to change yourself internally, thus relating to my condition. I have a tendency to get stuck in change. I have a tendency to want to break out of these conditions, but then I also have to not just act, but change who I am internally, kind of combining all 3 components of these art and out of this literature. So I think it's important to understand that these artists are not just expressing how they feel internally, but it also allows us as individuals to express how we feel through their art, right? So I think the reason why I selected all 3 of those was to express that portion of myself, that I'm not just one-dimensional, but I have multiple parts of myself, and that I can see how those 3 things all combine with one another. That it's not enough just to be stuck in change, it's not enough just to act, but it's to do everything in action and in change yourself internally, and I feel like that expresses my ultimate goal and strive and ambitions.